Hey everyone, Julian here today. You guys requested it. I'm going to be showing you how to make Fred Again style Future Garage vocals. It's also a little bit like burial vocals, you know, that whole sort of vibe of those mysterious washed out vocals. I'm going to be showing you everything I've learned over 10 years of trying to make these types of vocals today. To go along this video, I just dropped a new sample pack called Ultimate Future Garage Vocals. The link is right at the top of the description. It's these kits with these sick vocals all made by yours truly. Closer to the light. Show me how to live. You can hear it's a bunch of awesome vocals you can use in your future garage tracks with BPM and key labeled. Links right at the top of the description. Definitely grab that. It's an awesome pack to make some great tracks. Plus, it really helps support me. Thanks for the support, everyone. Links at the top of the description. And let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you need to do to make these kinds of vocals is either sample a vocal or record a vocal. So I'm going to go ahead and do... Pull me out of this. Alright, so we got our little vocal. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Alright, so the pitch isn't perfect, right? But also, we don't always want that because the first step is usually going to be to do some type of auto-tune to it. So, I like to just use auto-tune access here. There's also free options, right? But we're just, you know, any kind of tuning plugin is going to work. But you're actually going to want like a pretty, pull me out of this. Like a pretty, you know, heavily tuned thing. Maybe we could turn up the humanize a little bit. I'm going to turn this vocal up as well. Pull me out of this. Right, and then if you have a little bit of pitchiness, you can always just go in. Here's the trick I've actually never seen anybody show. Just go into here in the clip and the transpose. Pull me out of this. 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 Alright, there we go. So you're just going to out of this. Just get that pitch right? You can just kind of finesse it a little bit until it's good. Okay, so once you've got that, the next step to really get that kind of like mysterious, like sort of pitched, but not really like pitched down vocal is going to be a formant shifter. Now, the one I like to use is actually free. There's a lot of these on the market. You know, there's some famous ones. Little Alter Boy. I know you all know about it. Waves Vocal Bender. To me, the best one is actually free. It's in the Milda production bundle. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. I'll leave the link to that in the description. It's this M Auto Pitch. It's a tuning plugin. I don't use the tuning though. You can just turn that down, turn the depth down. But this formant shifter right here is the smoothest one that I've ever heard, like in anything. So you can basically just take that. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. You know, and maybe even automate it a little bit, like, you know, like this. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like really take it and make it a little bit more lively. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. We go in here and mess with that transpose a little more. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Okay, cool. So once you've got that, pull me out of this. There's still a bit of magic. It's not just formant shifting and tuning it. What you're also going to do is, I honestly like to do a little bit of compression, right? And just get it pretty like, because part of this vibe is sounding like, you know, compressed and sort of warped and like it's been taken and changed a lot of times and sampled and resampled. So some compression. Pull me out. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. You know, maybe just pull me out of this. Get a little bit of low end out as well. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Alright, that sounds cool. Then another trick I like to do, which we can just do on the EQ. So again, you want this to sound a bit lo-fi, and a really good way to get that lo-fi sound is just take on low pass. So we just created one right here. And use like a higher resonance or like a higher Q like this, and just bring it like there. Pull me out of it. Pull me out of it. Pull me out of this. pull me out of this. And see how it's getting like, pull me out of this, 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 pull me out of, pull me out, pull me out of this. See how it's just getting a bit more, pull me out of this, of like a lo-fi sort of feel. Pull me out of this. So yeah, that can really help. And while you're at it too, another thing that goes well with that is like a little bit of bit reduction. Now, you gotta be careful because you don't want it to just be like, pull me out of this. That can be cool too, right? But you definitely want to like, pull me out, pull me out of, pull me out of this, pull me out of this. You know, just the subtlest amount like that. Pull me out of this. 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 Alright, there's the pitch a little better too. Okay, so you can see, you know, we're just getting this and we're making it a bit more lo-fi. I'm going to also touch up the little formant automation too because I want it to just go down. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. There you go. And then at this stage, we could add maybe a little bit of delay and reverb. We're going to use echo so it's nice and vintage sounding. Pull me, pull me, pull me, pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Pull me out. A little bit of reverb, which is going to be like, pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. And see, the dry wet on the reverb can do a lot of that sort of lo-fi mysterious thing as well because, you know, the more you wash this, pull me out of this. You know, the more it can kind of become another dimension, right? Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. And then, honestly, at the end of the chain, a lot of times, I like to even just do, like, another one of those low passes. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Like, after the reverb and delay. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of. And even if you really want to see what can happen, you can play with some compression there, too. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Maybe just make sure there's like a low cut into that. Pull me out of this. 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 And there you go. So that's how you do it. You know, it's not actually that hard to do these kinds of vocals. And you can definitely do this yourself, you know? Like, even if you're not, if you don't think you're a singer, I mean, pull me out of this. It's not that hard, right? If you're a musician, like, you can hear these pitches. You can do this yourself. I'm telling you guys, there's not actually that much magic to it. Like, I'm sure now that you've seen me just go and do the whole chain from scratch, you're probably like, wow, like, I could have probably figured that. And the truth is you can, you know, it's just using this stuff in kind of like a smart way and just a little bit in each effect to add up to make this whole thing, right? It's like each of these effects is only doing a little bit. Like it's a tiny bit of redux. It's a tiny bit of low pass, a tiny bit of high pass, a tiny bit of compression. But when you add it all up, there you go. You got those Future Garage, Fred Again, Burial style vocals. So that's how you do it. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, make sure to grab Ultimate Future Garage Vocals. Links at the top of the description. It's a great library. And it's also super affordable so that you can go and you can get these and really work with all these layers. Show me how to do. You know, it's a ton of great stuff that you can really build on. Links at the top of the description. Thanks for the support, everybody. Enjoy the pack, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.